Kan vi skriva in oss en över? Kan vi?
Ja.
David likes to heal. I like to heal. Sophia likes
Count
to
me in
heal.
on that too. Yeah, I like.
I like
to
you know that? I like sexual healing. That's
I
part of
like
it.
sexual healing. I think we all like sexual healing. All
Yes.
yeah, all healing.
But then
Just not getting sexual healing.
there's a whole other realm of important things that need to be healed, I guess. How about the world itself? Can you begin, or is it already whole, or does it need healing?
Okay. Well,
Okay.
Take your time.
I'll take that.
It's
So, I guess if it's asking me, and I'm answering that question in terms of what I'm doing, I guess they're kind of two processes which are not separate. I mean, I could say it's one process and it's just healing. So, the things that I do that are healing for myself cause or correlate or whatever you want to say healing among other people. So, say a few years ago, I'd be more angry, more like less calm, less accepting of other people, less quiet in my head. And so now that I'm more quiet and I'm more calm, when I'm with other people, they feel that they have more space. Like before, I was very argumentative, and now like I know that I can just turn on my listening mind and listen to people, and that obviates a lot of conflict that happened before.
So if they have more space, is that synonymous with a healing type of quality about whatever's going on? If we ascribe some type of energy to the room that's going on with you guys, or the field that you and whoever might be inhabiting, if you are operating that way, you're talking this more peaceful way. I don't know if you want to go into that a little bit more to describe it, and then so give a little bit more context to this type of perspective you take, or this worldview, or this wavelength, this attitude. I don't know what it is.
Okay.
Give me a little
Well,
bit
it's actually very physical. Like it very much just has to do with physical patterns and posture, and if it's like I think the recent statistics said that 90% of people are graduating high school with major postural faults.
we don't ask that question in school, you know?
Or how to sit.
How to sit.
Yeah. So
Or
we don't learn how to sit. We don't learn how to eat.
Or how to walk.
How to walk. And if you walk down the street, you're going to notice that a lot of people are fighting gravity, and that's something that I am actually still finding myself healing from. So I wore glasses for 12 years. I found out that there's a thing called the Bates method, which is if you relax your eyes, then you won't be misshaping them, and you're going to be able to see better. And I took off my glasses, and I can see better, and I have a very direct relationship to my stress and strain and having clear vision. And as soon as I'm stressed out, blurry vision, when I'm completely relaxed, I have better than 20/20 vision.
So it's actually the muscles in the eyeball that are causing nearsightedness or farsightedness, or
Yeah, I would say that
relax the
primarily.
muscles and the lens all of a sudden becomes perfect again.
Well, I don't think it's necessarily the lens. I think it's more the cornea.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, the whole.
You make it sound like is it a conscious effort for you to relax? Can you just turn it on and off? And was it always like that for you, or is there a craft that you had to work or something? What's going on here?
I mean, that's when it starts getting into things that I do, that if someone kind of looks in from the outside and doesn't understand the context, that's when they can start saying, okay, this guy is going off the deep end, or what's he talking about, or
Have you been accused of that before?
Have I been accused? Well, I can sense that some people have an idea that I'm coming from like a different planet sometimes. I mean, it really depends, though. I feel that I'm always clear with people that I'm having direct conversations with that want to have a conversation with me.
Yeah.
But to answer the question about like how long it takes or something like that.
Yeah.
There have been a number of different things that I've tried, and some things worked more than others. I've gone to Alexander technique practitioners. I've gone to acupuncture. I've done yoga. I've gotten massages.
Yeah.
I've meditated, and the most recent thing I did is called holodynamics. And I mean, each one of these things has a different function, and some of them like actually resolve the tension.
Okay.
And yeah.
Okay. No, that makes a little more sense. Sophia, I want to ask you about sound and it's the potential for healing to come from sound, like vibrations at different wavelengths might correlate with a pleasurable experience and ultimately a healing type of experience in the body. Is this true at all for you from like what you've done with maybe bowls or are certain wavelengths of sound more conducive?
Yes, of course. I mean, there's sorry.
For healing.
No, okay, so singing, like you can just, like I've sat in the bathtub and completely relaxed and just sang and just like felt like I was going to a different state of consciousness and just let things come out, like really, go into that Zen way of expressing yourself and just like let it happen. And I felt like I've completely transcended my mind and stuff like that. So that's one thing, is just singing. But then, like, we just did toning where we were doing.
What kind of singing? Before we move on, does it have to be a specific kind, or is it just have to be in a tone?
Whatever comes out.
You could just sing a little bit for us.
No,
okay,
no.
never mind. Edit that out.
Well, for what I was just talking about when I said I was in the bathtub, like I'm thinking of an actual really specific time where I was. It was like meditating and singing at the same time, and I was letting myself, like I was just like really being really aware of my body, kind of feeling like where I had some blocks, where I had like nervousness, or where I had like tension, and then just like singing and kind of feeling like the voice, just letting it go wherever it wanted to go to feel like it was fully expressing its, I don't know if I can explain.
Like toning or just more?
It wasn't toning. It was really weird,
lyrical?
actually.
Was it at all like?
It got kind of weird. I'm not gonna
Is it all like a quartet tuning to each other before, like trying to find, getting into our singers getting into tune, and then that's it, we got it. Is it like that at all, or what is it?
No, because that's more based on sound. Like what I was doing this time, like it's singing, but it can be really like, it can be really weird. It could be really creepy sounds. It could be really like throaty, like deep voice. That like my sister's like, what the fuck is she doing in there? Yeah. But it's kind of just like letting yourself go completely.
So
have you heard any of this stuff yet, David? The live performance?
I've heard some. I have my own experience with making noise.
Okay.
And, so a lot of this kind of resonates. With
I got a vision of you guys in separate bathrooms, like barking and making different noises. What's going on here? Okay, sorry.
We've done. No.
Well, yeah, everyone's, I guess, what would be considered music by some popular standard isn't necessarily music.
Yeah,
or is it the same sort of music that or the noises that we make when we want to express ourselves? There's not always one sort of.
I don't know. It could be considered like a meditation tool, like doing that. And then toning goes into more of just like the certain vowel sounds, and they actually correspond to different areas. You feel them more, you feel them vibrate in different areas. Like the we talk about going, you feel vibrations right here go up to your head.
Yeah, you feel
and it's
like you're rising.
Your brain is just like zzz, and you just kind of like, like it just feels nice.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So there's like if sound is a vibration, and if we're vibrating energy, that's what it is. Then those vibrations go into our bodies, our energetic bodies, and do certain things. I don't know.
So we sing.
And I think that's why like singing is very vulnerable. Like I have such an issue with singing right now, as far as like. Just people just say like, Sophia, sing for us. I'm just like, no, like I can't.
Who would say that?
Well, if that voice has to come from a very deep part of you, it's hard just to call it out when you feel like it should be there.
That's true.
It's more. when you call something sacred, say.
Yeah.
It's because you can't just.
It also depends on the message and what you like. Yeah. There's a lot of things that go into it. I don't know. David's working with me on that, like helping me find my voice and like not be so hesitant to sing.
I wanted to talk about. Sorry, more question?
Maybe I was gonna say, does calling it sacred and as opposed to something that you could just come out with at any point whenever someone asks for it, does that sort of is that in line with how it feels?
Yeah,
That there's this
because
prohibition, or it's like a taboo, that the voice is like so inward and personal that it's difficult to.
well,